everybody, welcome back to the channel. What you see in front of me is a Lenovo desktop computer. This was a family member's computer. This particular family member leaves it on all the time. It's a daily use machine for them and all that. But it's got one problem, and let me show you what that problem is. But first, I'm going to in a second here. I didn't plan on that happening, so we're going to take this off and I'll show you. Let me explain a little bit about it. When this machine was running and the power supply decided to go bad, unfortunately, it's got a very special type of power supply due to the form factor of the computer. So let me show you. I'll turn it up here. This is what it looks like. All right, so, and it has this type of power supply. Now, let me show you what happens when I turn it on. Now, if you look at this here, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, I'm supposed to have a light. And what happens is the fan will run, but nothing else will happen. And the fan on the power supply does not spin, which is actually a bad thing. So let me power this on. Alright, so I'm going to pull the camera off here, and as you can see I have nothing, and as you can see the fan on the power supply is not spinning. So that is an issue with this type of power supply. Let me turn the machine off because I don't want to run it like that. Here's the problem with this type of power supply. This is a special power supply. You have to order them specifically this size for this case. Now, the issue that my family member is in, they can't wait for a power supply. So what happened is we had to go get a new computer because of that power supply. So with that, because it's not like you can go to Best Buy and pick up a full-size power supply that are like in these, right? Like in my testing stations, like the one I have my hand on, if you could see that, that has a full-size power supply. Well, that's not going to work in this particular machine. So the problem is with the supply chain the way it is, you may not be able to get a power supply for a couple weeks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to make something to power on the machine. And once I do that, then I could, if the power supply works, then I can actually do what I need to do. But this is the issues you faced with a small form factor machine such as this one. You're going to face issues with parts, unfortunately. As much as I hate to say it. So that's the downside to this machine. So anyway, with that said, that is it for this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and click that bell for more notifications.